We have all been there. You invest in a sleek, powerful MacBook Air M2 because it is the gold standard for mobile productivity. But the moment you drop a folder of 10-bit 4K footage onto the timeline, reality sets in. That 256 gigabytes internal SSD vanishes instantly, and the 8 gigabytes of unified memory begins to choke under the weight of modern codecs. For a long time, I thought I was permanently tethered to my heavy desktop workstation. I thought the dream of editing from anywhere was just a marketing myth. Then I realized something fundamental. Why struggle to bring massive files to the Mac when I can simply bring the Mac to the files? Today, I am taking you on a deep dive tour of my editing backbone. This is a custom-engineered hybrid network that combines a 24 gigabytes QNAP NAS, professional Cisco managed switch, and a clever IPv6 WireGuard. VPN tunnel to bypass Sri Lanka Telecom CGNAT without paying for a static IP. This is how I virtualized my entire edit suite. Let's look at the hardware that makes this magic happen. The absolute heart of my data ecosystem is the QNAP TS-h973AX. This is not your average consumer-grade NAS. It is a 9-bay hybrid beast-running QuTS hero, an operating system built on the ZFS file system. If you are a video professional, ZFS is non-negotiable. It provides self-healing capabilities that automatically detect and repair silent data corruption, or bit rot, ensuring your footage remains pristine for years. To make this system fly, I've implemented a precise storage tiering strategy, the OS tier. I am using a 1 terabyte Western Digital SN700. This is an enterprise-grade NVMe SSD designed for extreme endurance. It handles the operating system and system logs, ensuring the NAS remains responsive even when the CPU is under heavy load. The acceleration tier, for read-heavy editing tasks. I have a 500 gigabytes WD Blue consumer SSD acting as read cache acceleration. It sits in front of the main pool, catching the most frequently accessed video blocks so they can be served up at lightning speeds. The capacity tier, my main storage pool consists of 3 16-terabyte Seagate Ironwolf NAS hard drives. In a RAID 5 configuration, this 48-terabyte raw capacity translates to nearly 30 terabytes of usable storage. This gives me the perfect balance of high read performance and OneDrive failure protection, with the ability to easily add more drives to the array in the future. The memory factor. Crucially, I have upgraded this unit to 24 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. In a ZFS environment, RAM is your best friend because it acts as the ARC adaptive replacement cache. This means the metadata for thousands of 4K clips is stored directly in memory, making folder navigation and file seeking feel as fast as a local NVMe drive. A fast NAS is useless if the network is a bottleneck. The 10 GB express lane. I have installed a 10 gigabits per second network adapter on my i7 workstation. I connected this adapter directly to the dedicated 10 GB port on the QNAP NAS using a high-quality Cat6a cable. This creates a dedicated express lane that exists on a completely separate IP subnet from the rest of my house. By enabling jumbo frames at MTU 9000 on this direct link, I've eliminated the 1 Gbps cap, allowing my PC to pull raw footage at near theoretical limits. The management trunk. But I still need the NAS to be accessible to the rest of the house. So, I took the remaining 2 1 Gbps Ethernet ports on the NAS and connected them to the Cisco switch using a trunk LACP link aggregation. This creates a redundant 1 Gbps path for general management, internet updates, and mobile access. This dual-path design means my heavy 4K video traffic never competes with my family's Wi-Fi usage or my own internet downloads. Now, the biggest challenge for those of us in Sri Lanka is the SLT CGNAT. Most ISPs hide your home network behind a carrier-grade NAT, which prevents you from accessing your home server from the outside world unless you pay for a static public IPv for address. But I found a more elegant, secure, and entirely free solution, IPv6. Sri Lanka Telecom provides IPv6 addresses by default. It's unlike IPv4, where every device is hidden. IPv6 gives my devices a direct, globally reachable address. Many people think this is less safe, but it is actually superior because there is no NAT to poke holes in. Instead, you rely on a robust firewall. I have configured a WireGuard VPN directly on my Asus ZenWiFi XT8 router. To handle the fact that my IPv6 address changes periodically, I use the free Asuscom DDNS service built into the router. This DDNS keeps track of my dynamic address, allowing my MacBook to find my home network from anywhere. The WireGuard tunnel provides a secure, encrypted front door back to my Cisco switch. It is a professional-grade remote access solution that bypasses the limitations of the local ISP without any monthly subscription costs. The final piece of the puzzle is the brain. My workstation is powered by an Intel Core i7-4790 with 16 GB of RAM and an NVIDIA GTX 950 GPU. While it's an older build, it is the perfect rendering node for this workflow. Inside CapCut, the workflow is seamless. My master 4K clips stay on the Ironwolf RAID 5 array. I set my proxy files to the PC's local SSD for speed. When I edit on my Mac via Parsec, I am interacting with those local proxies, providing a buttery smooth experience. But when I hit export, the i7 workstation pulls the full resolution 4K masters over that 1 OGBE direct link from the QNAP. This setup proves you don't need a $4,000 laptop, you just need a smart network architecture. You need the speed of a WDSN 700, the reliability of Seagate Ironwolf, and the security of an IPv6 WireGuard tunnel. Thanks for watching this deep dive into my editing lab. If you have questions about the Cisco config or the SLT setup, drop them in the comments and I'll see you in the next vlog.